I believe that every single one of my clients deserves to be spoiled when it comes to either buying or selling a home. So I have one really simple question for you. When is the last time anyone has spoiled you? And shouldn't that always be your experience with your service providers? If you haven't been getting spoiled by your real estate agent and you want to be, please stay with me until the end because I have a very special offer for you. But first, what I would like you to know about me is that I'm here to service you beyond the highest levels of your expectations. Because after having served hundreds of home buyers and hundreds of home sellers over the past 16 years, I know that the process of buying a home or selling a home can sometimes be a little bit scary and for some, a very frustrating experience if you end up working with the wrong professional. There is just so much information available online today that you could literally spend hours upon hours and sometimes days trying to find the answers to your most burning questions about the home buying or home selling process. I understand that there is a global and a national real estate economy, but the local real estate economy is what matters most when it comes to you and your family. So let's be brutally honest. One site says one thing and another says something completely opposite. So how do you know who you can trust?
You are trustworthy. We felt that we could trust you 100% because you really had our interests at heart.
Kevin, I think the biggest thing with him is he's very honest about everything that he says. He never tries to hide anything. He just goes and tells us everything right out front and tells it how it is, and I think that's really important.
And I got tired of all the showings. And
how many showings did you have roughly over that?
I bet you we had well over 100 showings easily.
Wow! And without naming any names, it's probably one of the bigger realtors in town, wouldn't you say?
That's right.
How long did it take us to get an offer? Do you remember?
The offer that we got was, I believe it was just a little bit around 2 weeks, so which is pretty amazing if you ask me. And under the market conditions that we're experiencing right now,
it was one of the major actions my wife and I took when we sold that home in Chilliwack. It was one of the most important aspects of our life at the time.
Thank you.
And considering the way the housing market was and everything, we needed every cent that we could get out of that sale. And hey, you delivered. So you know what? That's why we chose you, because you were involved after a month, I think a month and a half, to do everything you said we had to do to sell the house. You walked in and you said, that's perfect. I can sell this house now and get you the price you want.
I'd like to tell you how I met Kevin. My husband and I were trying to sell our townhouse, and we were having a really tough time. My husband had lost his job, and so selling the townhouse was pretty important to us. We hired a fella to come in, and we were very disappointed. We asked him, because we were, really worried about the sale, if he could sell it fast and, just get in there and do what he needed to do. And of course, we're not professionals and we weren't, knowledgeable about what we needed. And so he came in, he took pictures, and, my husband and I were not happy with the pictures. And, but it was like 2 or 3 months anyways, and we still hadn't sold our townhouse. Kevin came in and he showed us how to rearrange the furniture so it was better. There was all kinds of things that he did right away that we were very impressed with. And again, we were impressed with Kevin himself. He was very friendly. The kids liked him. So
I understand that you may still just be thinking about making a move right now, and you might not be quite certain when you're actually going to buy or sell a home in the future. But if you think that you might want to work with me, why not subscribe to my newsletter? You will find that I have one of the best real estate related newsletters in the industry. Month-to-month insights on what is happening in today's real estate markets, home buying and home selling tips that, quite honestly, you won't find anywhere else. Because, quite frankly, I believe that every client deserves a better quality customer experience than what is presently being offered out there by other agents. I know that probably sounds a little bit egotistical, but it's not. If you choose to work with me, you will be spoiled. I will put your best interest ahead of my own, and most importantly, when it comes to getting you what you want, I will fight for you. So let's you and I get started. click on the blue button, subscribe to my newsletter, and let's you and I get to know each other better.